I think the issue is that like most women have been impacted by feminism because we're all born after a certain era.
Yeah.
So like the average age of first marriage in the UK is 31. What percent of 31-year-olds haven't been ran through?
No, of course.
Yeah. And what percent of 31-year-olds are actually wives? What percent have a cookbook? Yeah. And so, like, the point is that even if not all women are like that, yeah, they kind of are. We kind of are.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah, and it's like, I think it's kind of something we do as women. It's like, we're like, oh, no, not all women. We're special. Are we?
Absolutely correct. What you have to understand with the modern world is that they go out of their way to change the behavior of our women. And essentially what this does is this breaks the polarity bond between masculine and feminine. And the behavior of women become extremely masculine. And the behavior of men accepting the rules and laws and behavior of the culture of society, it makes it where there's no bond and the men are too feminine. And this breaks the polarity and the family structure, okay? And what's happening is that when you have these women and the goal is for them to go to school, get a job, they're behaving like men. And the moment they have what a man has, when they have the first argument, you start to see that behavior come out in the argument. And so it makes it where it's difficult for women to pair bond. You see, women have this unique thing from the higher power to bond and want to have family and children. But when you expose her to behavior that goes against the traditional bonding process for her to want to care for her children and her man or her husband, you've destroyed it. And what we have now, we have these modern-minded women, and everything is leveraged against men now. And the biggest thing about modern marriages is the lack of respect that they have for men. And one thing you have to understand about the desires of men, the one thing they want more than love, more than sex, is respect. And how can a woman have respect for a man when she's been conditioned and trained to act like him? And now all of a sudden she's in competition with him. So that's why she can't really respect him. With the modern mindset, it's extremely difficult, you know. And you'll see all day long women talking a good game. Modern women talking like, yeah, I cook, I clean, and I'm submissive. And no, it's not possible. And if it is, it's just a unique woman. And yeah, women in the era of the 70s and the 80s, you might have that. But this new modern woman, modern marriage is designed through the rules and the laws and the behavioral practices of women. It's designed to not be marriage material. You can't marry a woman when she thinks it's okay to be promiscuous, to date several men, to have sex with several men, to go on OnlyFans or Facebook or Instagram and show her body off, to get a lot of attention and validation and be pedestalized by weak men. You see, the standards have been held so high that the average man, that once he gets a modern woman, she overvalues herself. And a woman that thinks her value is higher than the man she's with means that she's not going to work hard to obtain the protection and provision. And in my life, I've noticed that most men don't even understand the value of protection and provision. And actually, they get into these relationships with wool over their eyes. They don't understand. So they get with women and they allow these women to be a part of their resources, and they have not earned it. And as a result, when you marry a woman that has not earned that protection and provision, you are destined to fail. You are destined for heartache and pain, because she's wanting you to perform for her, when in fact she should be performing for you. And the reason why is that protection and provision is more valuable than her going to school, than her going to the university, and her actually getting the job. You see, because when she does that, who's going to take care of the children? Who's going to take care of the house? The man? So you have two men working together. And part-time, the woman takes care of the children in the house and her man. So the man is always ending up on the short end of the stick, because when he comes home, everything's not laid out for him after he's been out all day working and trying to make money for the family. And what you have to end up understanding is that when men do this, they don't feel fulfilled. They don't have any passion. And you know, the biggest thing about these modern marriages is the results of them. Look at how the women are behaving. The moment they get upset and angry and become emotional, it can be a very bad business deal for a man. There's no reason for a man to go out and try to marry a woman that's modern minded, because the moment that woman gets angry and upset in her behavior, the disrespect will flow out. And, you know, modern women, man, at a 70 or 80% rate, seek divorce. And in the end, they're going to win in the divorce. Everything is about the women. And the men have to be the prize, because they have to go out and earn the money for the women, for the family. And when he gets home, he has a unappreciative woman that does not respect him. It's not going to work. And the biggest thing in all this is the leadership. You see, we've gotten a little twisted in our minds. All women need leadership and guidance and direction. And without it, you see the results. Prostitution, gold diggers, the internet. Need I say more? So it doesn't work for men, you know. And within modern marriage, the goals, the plan can't be met because he has no team member. You see, a man, he wants his woman to be his team member, to give him that support and stability at his house so he can go out and feel comfortable and make that money. And for him to give you good protection and provision, you have to respect him. But you can't, because you've been forced by the status quo, the government, and so many other avenues in life. So it is literally crazy, because what you have to understand is that, yeah, most women by the time they're 25, they have been really damaged and abused psychologically to the point where they cannot sustain mentally the life that they're designed to live, and that's to be mothers and to be wives and the you know, the matriarch of the household. And they just ill-equipped to handle it. They can't do it, you know. So, you know, yeah, that's all I can say about this. There's not really much more to count on. I mean, to point out. It's just modern marriages are not something positive or something that men should really get themselves involved in, especially in the West, you know. Let me know about how you feel about this video, and give me some comments down below. I love you all. Thank you.